Bahrain International Circuit. It's 6 o'clock and qualifying is about to begin.
Welcome to Front Row Racing's World Championship Round 4 coming from Bahrain. I'm Front Row Racing NW, joined by Front Row Racing RI.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, how's yourself?
Not too bad, looking forward to seeing how this session gets underway.
Yep.
Any picks for pole position today?
Well, Kev is outpulled Dave in the first 3 races, so I'll go with Kev.
I'm going to go for Dave. See who gets the better of who. And Mornay's first out on track on the options. How do you reckon he will do today?
I don't know, I've not seen him this season. This is his first race this season, so it depends.
Do you think going out on, well, starting the options on your first run out in quali, do you think that's the best way to do it?
Yeah, I always go option and back into the garage and then picking up. Set of options for the last 5 minutes, just to see how the track is.
See, I go opposite. I put a set of primes on, have a lap or two, and then I'll go for my options run. I don't know why, just maybe to get a feel of the track.
And then when the race comes and I put the primes on, it's like an alien to me.
Oh, I hate that when you start on options going primes, it just feels no grip at all. Mornay's about a corner away from starting his fast lap. Bit of weaving going on. Try and get some heat into the tyres.
And you can run rich fuel on this track even if the whole lap, because it's at night time, it's cooler. Whereas in China, if you're lucky, you've got the 2 straights.
Mornay took the first corner, second corner very well. Looks like the car's quite hooked up, no understeer, not oversteer either, which is positive. Just hopefully he can set a good enough sector. Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone really deep, just before the sector 1 timing point. And that's a 30.2 on options, which he must have cost himself about 6 tenths there. So who do you reckon will be a surprise pick for maybe top 5 qualifying?
As long as I get my driver list. Top 5. I hope perhaps got his wheel back, so I'm sure he'll sneak up down there. Because last session he was on his pad.
Alright, Mornay's sector 2 times a 40.1. It's quite okay, but he's going to have to pick the pace up. A good last corner should do it. Oh, he had to correct himself, he's gone off track. A bit of a scruffy lap for him, he may have to give it another shot, and he sets a 1:33.7. Good enough for provisional pole at the moment. On board with Dave the Harp at the moment. Sector 1 time of 29.5. Up on Mornay. Oh, a lock up just going into the corner. Another lock up by Dave the Harp. Do you think he's pushing too hard, or just the nature of the beast of the track?
Yeah, he could be pushing, but I know the cars are prone to locking up this season. Johnny James has just went first. with a 132.
Do you reckon he could be a contender for pole or top 3?
Well, hopefully top 3, I like. He gives a good challenge.
Yeah, he's always up there.
Kev's put in a 131.2, over by Kink a 132.3, and Jamie James a 132.6.
Dave the Hart put in a 133.1 to go 5th at the moment.
The top 4, top 5 are from first place to 5th, it's 1.5 seconds.
Well, I was riding on board with Front Row Racing DP and he had a little lock-up that took him wide into corner of 10, but he seems to have picked himself up. His first sector time was 28.8, sector 2 40.5. So I don't think he's going to get a provisional pole unless he does something spectacular in sector 3. He may need to go out again.
Yeah, I need to get below 22.9.
He's coming into the pits. I think he realised the lock up into corner 10 just put his lap off.
Oh look at that, Bartman's up to 2nd place, a 131.9.
That's impressive.
I think we're going to battles all over the place.
Well, Bartman's sector 2 time of 43.3. His exit of corner 14 was quite messy. Kept it in on the track, but a little bit wide on the corners with a few wheels. A little lock up going into turn 15. Onto the power straight away, and it looks like he's going to pit. Back on board with Dave the Harp, currently 6th position in qualifying at the moment. He's got a sector 1 time of 29.4, significantly better than his first run. Approaching turn 9 into turn 10, no lock up this time. Nice and tidy.
I knew there was something I was missing with my track guide.
Always handy to have that near you. I found that out, I just had to go and find one. I'll tell you what, Dave the Harp has tidied this lap up very well. He's on the back straight going towards corner 15, quite tidy. Sector 1 time 29.4, sector 2 time 43.7. Turn 15 took well, and he's pitting.
Still got 9 minutes, so they've got plenty of time to compose themselves and then get back in, but Sergeant Hitman hasn't went out yet. I wonder why that is, if he's still in the order. I've not seen anything come up.
Could it be possible that he's trying to start lower than 10th, have free choice of tyres to attack the track?
Yeah.
Just on board with Front Row Racing DP on an out lap. Hopefully he can get turn 10 right on his timed lap, previously locking up and going off, which cost him 5 tenths maybe to a second. So he's looking probably just to take it a bit cooler into turn 10, but he's on the back straight leading up to turn 15 ready for his fast lap. Do you see him getting provisional pole for the moment?
Could be, but Kev's out there as well. So Kev might be covering his own back here.
Well, I'll stay on board with Front Row Racing DP just to see what lap time, sector times he's setting. Nice and tidy into turn 1. Turn 2, turn 3 took him very nicely. approaching turn 4 at the moment. No issues, no lockups, perfectly in line, keeping him in with the track limits, as he likes to tell everyone to do. He's approaching turn 9 into 10, which we had trouble before. No lockups, nice and tidy. His first sector was a 28.694.
That's quicker than Kev's. Kev's was at 28.9.
I think I might have picked the right driver for pole position. A sector 2 time of 41.158.
Kev's went at 28.7 for his sector 1.
Snip and tuck. Dave's approaching turn 15. No lockups, nice and tidy. A little bit wide on the exit, full power going towards the start finish line. And it's a 1:33.225.
He's down.
I've got a
Says if
position of 10th.
I'll check the board in a minute. I'm just watching Kev go down. A 39.5 for his middle sector. I think he's gone fast though.
Just on board with Front Row Racing GP. Sector 1 time of 29.2. Just about to approach turn 11. Sorry, right.
Kev's went to a 131.22, so he's getting down to the 130s slowly. That might come on the second lap, so he might do 2 laps. Sergeant Hitman's went into second place with a 131.9.
On board with Front Row Racing GP, out of turn 15, a little bit of a twitch at the back end of the car. He's set a time of 1:33.110, good enough for 8th position. Oh, just gone on board with Dave the Harp, nasty lock up into turn 10. Sector 1 time of 29.528. He's keeping it tidy through 11, 12 and 13.
Sergeant Hitman's cut either gone wide or he's cutting a corner, so I think the stewards make their jump.
Hopefully he can keep it tidy because he doesn't want to go to the steward's room if he gets a good result. Dave the Harp is currently going on to cross the line and he sets a 1:32.9, good enough for 10th position at the moment.
Yeah, we're all close and we're all close. From first to 10th, it's only one and 1.886 seconds.
I tell you what, in practice I was only 1.6 seconds behind Kev and Dave's time in the practice race. The practice sessions we hold every Monday and Tuesday at 8 PM, and I thought that was pretty good because usually I'm about 5 hours behind them. So I think this track just seems to push all the cars together a bit more, and I'm on board with Front Row Racing DP. Took turn 15 very nicely. Had a little bit of a lock up into turn 10 and he's pitting again. It's strange that because he seems to lock up in turn 10 and then he'll pit straight away. So unless he's guessing that he's not going to better any time that Kev set.
Something's up with the fuel for James Hulkenberg. It's as if his car's revving, but it's not. It's just the view you're getting from it. And it sounds horrendous.
On board with... Possibly, yeah. I'm on board with Jammy James 16. It's just come out of the pits. Fresh set of options. and he's currently 6th position. I know James would probably maybe aiming 3rd, 4th for a qualifying position behind Kevin Dave. So he can't be too happy about being 6th. What do you reckon about that? Do you reckon he's going to want to attack a bit more on the time lap, or not to take too much out of his tyres?
I think I don't know. He could attack. I think he will attack, to be honest. I don't think he's one for sitting in the grid. I think he wants to get to the front, so hopefully there's less chance of contact. I don't know how his getaways are at the moment. I've not really seen much his getaways.
Do you think at start, see sometimes in the start of a race, if I usually qualify near the back of the grid, not the greatest for me, but sometimes I'll hold back on a turn 1 that's quite tight, or people are going to attack too hard just in case of contact, because then I can gain a few positions. Do you reckon that's what we'll see today?
Yeah, we'll see the back ones at the back roughly doing that. Midfield there might be a couple of wee touches.
Alright, back on board with Jamie James 16, and he's taking turn 4 quite nicely. A little bit of a squeal of the wheels. He's into 5, 6 and 7 all taken nicely. And it was a 29.1 for sector 1 for James.
Well, he's down on his time.
Oh, lock up into turn 10 from Jamie James. Jamie James sector 2 time 39.772. He's on the back straight, nice exit out of turn 14. Approaching turn 15, no issues there, nice and tidy, straight onto the power. And he comes to cross the line with a time of 1:32.2, 5th position. He's moved up 1 position, but I'm sure he's going to want more. On board with Dom. I don't know how to say his PSN. Is it over the kink? Something like that. He's on his he's on his out lap, and he didn't make the checkered flag, which is a shocker. He must have used... No, wait, that's just a game.
James is still going. He's got a car in front, so if he gets a slipstream with that car, he might better his time. And it's... I think it's Batman in front of him. I'm not too sure.
I'm not too sure. If he can just speed up a bit just to get a benefit of a little bit of a slipstream like you say. He's into turn 12. 13 taken nicely. Tight onto 14. I don't think he's going to benefit from any slipstream here. Into turn 15. He's currently 5th. Let's see if he can get any higher up in the grid order. Oh, he goes 3rd.
How did you know he went 3rd?
Before it switched over, I just caught it.
Did you?
Yeah, eagle eyes there. On board with... Oh, same here. Oh, he must be coming in because he took turn 15 bad.
I just seen it on Twitch. I just seen what you seen. You learn something new every day, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely, that's it. Got to be eagle-eyed on this job.
He's retired from the session.
fantastic job.
And that wraps up qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix for Front Row Racing World Championship. First place, my pick, Front Row Racing DP. Second place, Kev 187, Ray's pick. Third, Jamie James with a brilliant last lap. Sergeant Hitman's fourth. Fifth, Bartman, which is brilliant. Over the King, or Dom, 6th. 7th, Mornay. 8th, James Hulkenberg. 9th, Dave the Harp. 10th, GT5 King 786. 11th, Front Row Racing GP. I'm sure Rian would have liked to be higher than 10th place.
Yeah, and I've never seen that Dave going to first.
Got to put back the right one there. I see. I saw Kev and Dave's pace, and I think Kev was a little bit faster in practice, but Dave just pulled it out of the bag.
He was sandbagging.
Definitely.
It's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening here in Sakhir, and that means it's nearly time for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Okay, any predictions for race winner?
Oh, I was going to say Kev, but Dave's upset me now.
I'm going to go for Jamie James. I know I went for Dave for pole, but Jamie James surprised me on his last lap of qualifying.
Yeah, he could be a contender. Let's see. Are you... Oh, I pressed the button. Why is Juno Finnan the race? There's a car behind me.
I don't know. I'll have to get out of the way.
No, he should get out, but he should go around here.
Okay, the first lap is always a bit hectic. There's a lot of damage to the front wing. We're seeing a significant loss in downforce.
Oh, nasty contact at the start. I was riding on board GT5 King. Looks like a Ferrari wing. GT5 King's made a great pass into 7th already.
Kev Sound and Dave at the front. Remember to go to broadcast view.
Oh, Dom's in 12th. He's had an off. Oh, and he's gone through the advertising boarding as well. Looks like he's lost his front wing. So there's been some big contact at the start. On board with James Hulkenberg into turn 11. Right behind GT5 King is in 4th, which is an amazing from 10th. James Hulkenberg's locked up. Oh, he couldn't make the move into turn 14. They're on the back straight. There's a group of 4 cars. There's Dave the Harp, GT5 King.
Sergeant Hitman's in 3rd place. What happened to Jamie James?
Oh, I think there's 3 abreast. We're going down start finish straight. There's GT5 King, Dave the Harp. Oh, James Hulkenberg, he's going from 5th to 6th. He's gone to 4th. So we have James Hulkenberg 4th, Dave the Harp 5th. GT5 King is in 6th, but they're all behind each other. There must be 2 tenths between the 3. We've got GT5 King lining up Dave the Harp into turn 4. He's side by side. He's got past Dave the Harp. There's a lot of action going on behind GT5 King. It looks like James Hulkenberg's pulling away from the little battle. Front Row Racing GP has just been passed. I think the action's just incredible at the moment. You can't even get to Steve's gone past. Let's get on board. throttle. Front row racing GP has gone wide and he's took Dave the Harp out. Dave the Harp was left sitting on a solo road, nose off. Front row racing GP took, I think it was turn 12, a little bit wide, went on the curb and went straight into Dave the Harp as a result of the curb. Must have been spinning him off a little bit. On board with Kev 187, he's in second place, about 4 tenths away from front row racing DP. Looks like the Williams are trying to set the pace here and get a little bit of an advantage over the rest of the field. How do you take the start and the incident with front row racing GP and Dave the Harp?
I got to see it. I was trying to look for it on Twitch, but I must have been. I looked at it.
Oh, Sergeant Hitman's locked up. Sergeant Hitman. I got a Ferrari's nose was on the floor, like part of its nose, so a Ferrari was involved. But then Over the Kink was last into turn 6, I think. I picked him up and he was last place, no nose, on the gravel. Kev seems to be a bit closer to Dave.
Although Dave the Harp has pitted, he's still in 10th. Oh, he's went wide. Was he a lap down? Oh, he's 12, sorry, he's a lap down already. You won't be liking that.
I'm on board with Over the Kink and he's in 10th after getting a new nose. He's gone a bit wide into turn 10. He's got Mornay probably about 2 tenths a second behind him. Going towards turn 11. Mornay's having a little look to the left hand side. Oh, he's not been able to get him, but I think Over the Kink is maybe a little bit under pressure. Maybe he's a bit pushing himself a bit too hard after the trouble at the start. But he's got a lot of work to do now, and Mornay's just keeping behind him, try and have a look every now and then, but he's got to be careful not to push too hard. There's, what, 26 laps to go?
25.
There you go, 25, even better. On board with Sergeant Hitman in 3rd place, which is quite brilliant.
I think Kev's lining up for a pass, sorry, I think he's lining up for a pass. Dave seems to be struggling with his tyres, he's locking up more.
Oh yeah, on board with Kev, what, about 2 tenths if that, behind Dave. He's going to have DRS.
Oh, Dave's locked up a bit, he's went
Oh,
wide.
Kev's had a little twitch. It's nearly side by side, Kev's right behind, he's going to have DRS. He's opened the DRS, side by side with Dave, and it's going to be tight into turn 1. Dave's turned in, Kev's took the inside line. Dave is still ahead by fractions. Kev's overtook him. Dave must have just slid a little bit on his tyres. Great little bit of action into turn 1 and 2. And on the end of edge of turn 3, oh, Kev just a bit sideways there. Is he allowed Dave in? He has. Kev nearly ran into the back of Dave. Kev looks like he's lining Dave up. Dave looks like he's definitely struggling with his tyres. Kev's going to have DRS. Kev's opened his DRS.
He'll use this one just to keep close to him, and then the next one to overtake him.
Yeah, you called that right, he did. Good play by Kev there.
He lost a bit in the braking. He lost a bit in the braking, he's a wee bit further back. I think Dave's tyres are going off. It looks as if he's lighting them up round that corner there.
It's unreal, it's only been, what, 5 laps into the race. This should last another 2 easy. Kev's gonna he's gonna line him up now. He's gonna have DRS. Is he gonna open it straight away? He's not opened DRS yet. He's opening it now. He's lining up Dave. He just couldn't get it done. Dave's locked up. Oh, there's near contact into turn 1. And that's put Kev a good 3 tenths behind now. A little bit nearly contact between Kev and Front Row Racing DP resulted in Kev being maybe a tad aggressive there with the late braking. Back on board with Over the Kink, and he's going into turn 15. A little bit of a lock up. He must be driving angry. If I'd lost my nose that early, I'd be driving angry. So what do you reckon on the action so far?
Kev's going for the overtake again. Now he's backed out, but he seems to be better. He's going out round the inside. I'll put him to the outside.
Oh, he took him. Interesting battle between these two. I'm trying to look at other cars, but this battle seems to be taking, well, precedent over the others, because this is the action you want to see. That's why you tune into the live stream of Front Row Racing's World Championship. Oh, Kev's gone. Kev's hit the wall. Oh, he's lost his nose. He's going to have to... I think the tyre wear's a lot higher today, because Kev's struggling. Dom's lost his nose. Dave the Harp's lost his nose through contact from Front Row Racing GP, but even Front Row Racing DP is struggling on his tyres. Now, where do you see Kev going from here? Does he have to change his strategy? Is he going to go longer on a set of tyres? As Jamie James pits from 7th.
I think they need to time slow the middle stunt and get the options on at the end for a faster time with a low fuel.
Tell you what, the drivers benefit from this are GT5 King, started 10th, currently 4th. But I know a couple of pit stops have happened, but I think he is actually in this position on merit, which is pretty brilliant considering he was 10th on the grid. Now he's just got to try and play it cool, keep the tyres from burning up so quickly like obviously Kev and Dave have done.
I can't find Kev. Can you find Kev? Oh, find him, sorry. He's in 7th place. And it looks as if he's got free track.
He's got someone about 2-3 seconds behind him. You can't think he's in a good mood after that. So early in the race.
Yeah. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to see if I can listen in on the driver's chat and see if I can get any information.
Yeah, that'd be nice for the viewers to know if there's any discussion going on. There's Bartman 2112, sorry, pits it for his first stop and he's going options again. And Sergeant Hitman is coming out the pit lane. A little lock up into turn 1. He's gone wide. He's still wide. Kev 187 has gone past him into turn 2 and 3. Kev still leading. A good move there, but Sergeant Hitman should have really slowed down a little bit more before the pit exit. I know people go, well, yeah, Kev's attacking him, he's going to have to try and defend turn 1. But if you go in too hot into turn 1, you've lost the position already and you're just going to go wide. You could cause a crash.
They're very quiet. They must be concentrating. But I heard Front Row JP saying he's going to try and go to lap 10.
Is he on the options?
I don't know, I'm just about to find out. I never spoke because I don't want... Yeah, he's on the options. He's going to try lap 10.
Ooh, will it be too far? Will he end up getting a puncture like Vettel did at Spa? I think lap 10's too far. So what's he going to try and do? Unstop. He's carry on for another lap. 4th position for him at the moment. But is it going to be that his tyre wear gets too bad that he's slowing down for a run and losing time to the car behind him? He's in 3rd place now, but there is Kev 187. I'm sure it is in 4th place. Yep, Kev is chasing Front Row Racing GP right down. I think Steve will need to pit.
Yeah, sorry, I just seen a message on the Twitch. Yarson can hardly hear me, so I'll put the mic a wee bit closer and hopefully he can hear us.
Yeah, feels like you're in my living room, yeah. Oh, Kev's making a move. He's taken Steve leading into turn 9. Oh, he's gonna have to pit. I think his tyres are gone. I think Kev's starting a recovery now to probably get P2. I think.
Steve's tyres have gone. He's finding it hard to slow down.
Racing on board with Steve, Front Row Racing GP.
He's struggling.
And we're on a start-finish straight. Will he pit? He's going on for another lap. Got to admire Steve for that. He's either got a little bit extra more grip than we know of, or he's got tyres made of steel to keep going this long on options.
How did you see him go past the start straight? I'm just seeing him go past the start line now.
Maybe because I got the wrong call on the straight. Or I'm just I'm just psychic. He did what I said anyway, so it worked out.
He's got to lose to Sergeant Hitman. He's coming up behind him now.
Sergeant Hitman on the little mini straight after turn 10 leading to turn 11. Sergeant Hitman was about 3 seconds behind Steve, and now less than a second. This is how bad the tyre went. Oh, Sergeant Hitman's gone wide. But yes, Sergeant Hitman's caught Steve up. Must be 2.5 seconds over the last 3/4 of the lap, and I see him getting him. I see Sergeant Hitman getting Steve on this first DRS zone. He's lining them. Turn 9, turn 10. Oh, Steve is locked up. It's gone a bit deep. Oh, there's nearly contact between Sergeant Hitman and Steve. Sergeant Hitman's going on. Oh, was it? Oh, Sergeant Hitman's gone round. Steve's trying to push him a little bit. He's trying to close down as much space as possible. He couldn't defend that. I wouldn't have defended that personally. My tyres are gone. It's not worth it because I could have lost my nose. But good on Steve for giving it a go. But good on Sergeant Hitman. Nice fight there. Oh, he's had a wiggle.
A wiggle.
He's got a pit now. He has to.
Yeah, he's going to miss out on the undercut. Because there's 6th place coming up behind him. No, he's gone straight
It's gone again.
Oh, is he trying to win stop?
No, I think he's trying to do the rest of the race on his rims, because if he keeps carrying on, he's going to have no rubber.
Johnny James, 5th place, is catching him. Oh.
Back on board with Kev 187, 2nd place, after the little off, coming out of turn 15 on start-finish straight. Had a little a little bit of a issue with the tyres that put him into the wall, losing his nose, so Kev had to pit maybe a couple of laps earlier than he wanted, so possibly a recovery drive, but he's caught from a racing DP up.
Steve needs to pit this lap. He's lost the back end everywhere. Right,
Kev 187 is actually about 3 tenths away from front row racing DP, and if front row racing DP has pitted, I'm unsure about, but if he has, then Kev's done an amazing job for the time he lost losing his nose. They're on the they're on the back straight out of turn 14, leading up to turn 15. Kev's about 3-4 tenths away, a little bit of a lock up with a brake. He's out nicely out of turn 15. He seems to have caught up by a tenth or two on front row racing DP. He's gonna have DRS. he's opened his DRS so late. He had it open for about 2 seconds maximum, which is a bit strange. He had a lockup going into turn 1. He's still behind front row racing DP. I don't understand why Kev wouldn't open his DRS straight away. If he'd opened it for the whole zone, it would have been great.
Glitch.
Possibly. Then it makes me sound like an idiot at what I just said. Let's just hope it's not a glitch.
Steve's went again. He's still going. That's lap 12.
Well, on board with GT5 King, having a little battle with the Ferrari of James Hulkenberg. And GT5 King is in 7th and Hulkenberg 8th. Hulkenberg's GT5 King's locking up a little bit, not too much, but locking up enough to allow James Hulkenberg just to grab a 10th on him. Going into corners 9 and into turn 10, James Hulkenberg's very close now, about 1-2 tenths away. He's in DRS range, of course. DRS wide open. He couldn't make the move. Maybe doing what you said earlier with Kevin Dave, just lining up, getting close enough, ready for a second DRS point. But I think they're approaching front row racing GP. Yeah, they are. Yep, GT5. Yeah, there he goes. I think he might have a puncture. Has he got a puncture? Front row racing GP.
I don't know. I can't tell. But Rian's let him through.
That's very odd.
Why is Rian let him through?
Steve's gone to the pits. He must have realised they actually are open during the race. Oh, Rian's gone wide on the bit of the dirt on the start-finish straight. But it's very odd that Rian let him past. On board with Bartman 2112 out of turn 4. Looks like he's got a good 2-3 second gap to James Hulkenberg in a Ferrari. Car looks quite hooked up.
When he's back in the pits, he's booked to the options.
That's quite a quick change from when he pitted before. See, one thing makes me think that tyre wear is quite high with Kev and Dave. But Steve must be on a different part of the track because his tyres lasted, what, 12 laps?
Yeah. Kev's lost a lot of time to Dave.
Yeah, a ton of time. On board with front row racing DP is nearly a whole pit straight between them. That's very odd because Kev was catching him. Kev's just into turn 1, Dave's out of turn 3. Could that be tyres going on him? Because of the early pit with the nose coming off?
What did they get? 7 laps?
5, I think lap 5 Kev, lap 5 Kev went in for his nose. So yeah, 7 laps you'd get out of it, so 12-13. So Kev must be struggling. On board with Over the Kink, or Dom as he's known, and he's 11th going into turn 15. He himself is looking for a recovery drive, same like Kev as going off early in the race, but he went off in lap 1. But I don't think it's working out for Dom, which will frustrate him. And he's chasing down the Ferrari of Dave the Harp, and there must be a good 2 to 3 seconds gap difference between them. But Dave's Heart is chasing front row racing GP, who's managed to find the pits and get some fresh rubber on. And he's on the primes now. I got a funny feeling that would be his only stop. After what he did with the options, Steve, I think these primes are going to last him.
He's gone for. I think he's gone for a 1 stop.
I tell you what, if he goes for a 1 stop and finishes in the points, granted there's only 1 car outside the points, but if he does, then that's a good drive. Well, in my books that'd be a good drive. But I just don't see it. I think he's by lap 24, 25, he's going to be struggling.
Bartman's into the pits.
GT5 King's going onto the grass quite a lot down start-finish straight. He's into 6th position, taking advantage of Bartman's pit stop. Going on board with James Hulkenberg in the Ferrari, 5th position at the moment, which will be pleasing for him. Let's go find Jamie James, but it didn't let me on him.
Just kept pitted because he's in 4th place now. He must have pitted.
I can't see Jamie James. I know he's in 3rd, which is quite good, really good. Sergeant Hitman's 2nd, Jamie James is 3rd. On board with Sergeant Hitman, a lock up into turn 11. Jamie James is about 2-3 tenths behind him, going into turns 12 and 13. Oh, Sergeant Hitman's gone wide, leading into turn 14. Out of turn 14, very wide. Jamie James is gonna, what, 2 tenths behind him, but I wouldn't try for the pass. Just get into the DRS zone. Oh, a lock up into turn 15 against Sergeant Hitman. A bit wider, he's gone. Oh, well saved. Oh, very well saved by Sergeant Hitman. Nearly done what Kev did earlier. That's what Kev must have done earlier. Gone a bit wide on turn, a bit sloppy on turn 15 exit and into the wall. And lucky Sergeant Hitman saved himself there. But he's still locking up quite a lot. Back on board with Kev 187 in 4th position, chasing down the 3rd place of Sergeant Hitman. And I'd say he's a good 2 seconds away from Sergeant Hitman. He seems, I think Kev's on, just check his tyres. He's on the options, the faster tyre. With 13 laps to go, do you think that will get him to the end? Ray?
Somebody join
Yeah.
the chat?
No, I was just asking, with 13 laps to go, Kev's put on the options, do you think that'll get him to the end?
No.
Well, he's right behind Sergeant Hitman. Oh, Sergeant Hitman's gone wide and nearly contact with Kev. There is contact. Sergeant Hitman's gone very wide. Either there was contact or there was a glitch on my screen because it looked like it rewinded itself. Sergeant Hitman's gone past Kev. A lock up into turn 15. Sergeant Hitman's gone wide. He's got a wiggle going on. Kev's right behind him. Kev's going to have DRS, surely. They're side by side. Kev is... Yes, Kev's made it. I thought it was close. He's took turn 1. Very messy there, Kev did. Which has allowed Sergeant Hitman back in at the end of turn 3. Sergeant Hitman's a tenth behind him. They're going side by side. Sergeant Hitman's passed again. A little lock up that is going to allow Kev back in. Kev's right back in again. He's in 3rd. But Sergeant Hitman's right side by side. Sergeant Hitman's 3rd. Now Kev's 3rd. We're going into turn 7.
Can't remember.
Turn 8, yeah. Turn 8. Kev and Sergeant Hitman are racing wheel to wheel here. Sergeant Hitman's going, this is going to be messy, into turn 9. Turn 10. Kev nearly had contact with Sergeant Hitman. I think there was contact. Sergeant Hitman's car's having a bit of a wiggle. Kev's right behind him again. I think Kev's going to get a bit frustrated by this. Sergeant Man and Kev out of turn 11 into turn 12. Oh no, there's contact. Kevin touched the back of the left wheel. Let's get that right. He touched the left rear wheel of Sergeant Hitman in turn 12. Sergeant Hitman into turn 15. Lock up. Kev is allowing Kev back in a bit more time. Oh, nearly a bit more contact by Kev. Sergeant Hitman's going in the pits. He's going to have to. His tyres must have just been giving up on him because he was a little bit sloppy there with Kev. And I don't know if I can blame Kev for the bit of contact because of the tyres were going on Sergeant Hitman. But while all that was going on, it's allowed a Ferrari to catch up to Kev. That's obviously going to have to cost Kev time to second place.
Front row GP's looking for 8th place. He's behind Dual Finn, who I didn't know was racing today. I thought he wasn't racing.
Oh, he's made the move. Nice move there by front row GP. Dual Finn has a little bit of a lock up, not too much. And front row GP's got that move, but if he's one stop in, Duo Finn's going to be right on his back. Give it a few more laps. Let's go and have a ride on board with Front Row Racing DP, who pits.
He's in the pits.
Not the best camera to turn to. We're on board with Dave the Hart, position 12th, and he's not going to be happy with that. Really isn't.
Do you think the Williams garage will put three options in a prime on one of the cars today?
You know what they could do with putting 2 options and 2 primes on the rears because of the way they're using their tyres, Dave and Kev. They're really burning them up quickly because the driving just seems like a little bit sloppy on the exit, so the tyre wear must be very high.
Kev's quite far back for the leader. He must have lost a load of time with that battle.
Riding on board with Kev at the moment, going into turn 15. No, not turn 15. I'm looking at someone else's map. He's going into turn 8. Lock up into turn 8. Yeah, you know what? Kev must be, what, 20 seconds away from Front Row Racing DP at least? A little lock up into 10 on a little straight. 30, that's even, God, that's something, that little battle with Sergeant Hitman could not have cost Kev that much time. But it could be that Kev's got to make an extra stop. But then, do you know what lap Front Row Racing DP pitted on?
He just pitted the lap there.
Is he on the options now, yeah?
I can't remember what he went to. I'll double check. Well, Steve's going fast. He's behind Jamie James now for 7th place. He's got DRS open. I'll just check on what Dave's got.
At the end of the pit exit, there's a lot of debris. A lot of debris. Primes, yeah. If you ride on board with a car that's coming up near the pit exit, there is a lot of debris. Looks like there could have been contact between someone. Kev's going into turn 1. No, he's not. He's going into. He's just left turn 4. Kev has. And Dave is leaving turn. Well, he's just left turn 8. So there's 4 turns between Front Row Racing DP and Kev 187. A little bit of a lock up by Front Row Racing DP into turn 10.
It looks like a Mercedes wing. Just the colours that are coming off it. And that would only mean Joe Finn, because I think he's the only one in Mercedes at now.
Joe Finn has no nose. It's official. He's had a botched nose job in the pit and he has to go back and get it fixed. How he lost his nose at the end, not even the proper exit of the pit, where the pit wall is, ending at the end of the pit lane. How he's lost his nose there, I have no idea.
He's had his foot to the floor. See, when the game gives you your control back, if you've got your foot to the floor, the back end just spins up. I'll just watch him, see how he gets on with this one.
Dave the Harp on board with him in the Ferrari into turn 10 in 9th position. He's going into turn 11, keeping it tidy. solid drive, well, solid recovery drive. He's going to be in the points if we can keep it together for the last 9 laps. A nasty little lock up there into turn 11 and 12, into turn 14.
Now that Steve is on the primes, he was catching Johnny James, but James seems to be pulling that wee bit away from him.
Oh,
Leanne's catching him now.
on board with Front Racing GP, a nasty lock up into turn 1. It was a good 20-30 metre lock up there. On board with a helicopter above Front Racing GP, who's gone very wide. GT5 Kings side by side. GT5 Kings got him. I think that Steve's tyres are going already. There's so many lockups and he's losing speed. He's trying to attack GT5 King, or nearly went a bit too deep into GT5 King there. They're approaching turn 9. GT5 King takes it nice. So does Steve into 10. They're on the back straight. Sure, Steve will have DRS.
It's open. I can confirm that.
He's just not close enough. Maybe his pitch strategy is wrong, because now if he goes back to a 2-stopper, it's costing too much time during the race when he was on the options for 20 years. It was just too much.
Yep.
We're going down to turn 15. Rian GT5 King basically, I think he's safe from DRS from Front Racing Jeep, and he pits. That's a very odd strategy, that.
He could qualify things.
If he saved a bit of fuel, runs high fuel with the options, he could get a few positions, but I think
7 laps. He could still claw back some time.
on board with Bartman 2112, who is in 2nd place, which is amazing. Yes, in 2nd place, leading into turn 11. He's got a car right behind him. He's going into the turns 12 and 13.
Oh, Stephen Donnelly had a wee touch. Turn 4.
On board with Dom. Oh, Steve's attacking. Steve's going for it now. I think he realised too long on the options, got the primes on for a few laps, got them off, and now he's attacking. And I think he's gonna take Dom on this little straight.
No, he's too far back.
Oh yeah, he is. The camera view showed me something more deceiving than it was. I'm gonna go Specsavers after this.
He doesn't want to take too much out his tyre in the first couple of laps. He wants them just to warm up and then...
See, that's the tempting thing. When I get options for the last stint and I got a bit of fuel, I go like I may have 7 laps to go, but I race out like I've got 2 laps to go, and on the 4th lap I've got no tyres left. Well, considering he's just pitted, I don't know, he doesn't seem to be gaining that much. Maybe a couple attempts down the straight. Gonna go check on Front Row Racing DP. Well clear in 1st place. Crossing the start finish straight. Hopefully, yes, that's the start finish straight. Into turn 1. Very tidy actually. On the prime tyres. Must be thinking he can take it easy now. Just control the pace.
Yeah, kid's only hitting the last corner, and he's on the prime tyres.
It's definitely Dave's race to lose. Coming up to a back marker on a Ferrari. Into the complexes of 5, 6 and 7. Into turn 8. Nice and tidy by Dave.
Well, 3 are well spread out. top 4, should I say. Can't get on Jamie James.
I can't even.
So, go to GT5 guy. And he's got Batman behind him. And it must be Jamie James up ahead of him.
Jamie James is in 5th place. I can't show no footage as the game will not allow me.
I done that with me with Dom one race. All race I couldn't get on him. And then last lap when the checkered flag had came out, guess who appears on the video screen? Dom.
It's always the way with games. Technology does no one favours. Right, front row racing DP is about two seconds behind back marker Dave the Harp in the Ferrari, which I thought he would have got past him by now. So he must be taking it easy.
Dom's pulled away from Steve, so I don't think Steve has got his pitch right.
No, oh, Bartman's right in 7th place on start finish straight, right behind GT5 King. He's got took to the right. GT5 King tried to push him a bit wider to try and get the race in line. Bartman gets right past GT5 King, turn 1, and he seems to be pulling away. Noe made a pit stop recently, so he's got the fresher rubber, and he's going to want to start pulling away from Rehan. I think Bartman's impressed me today. Some good pace, some good fortune with the instance with Kev, Dom, etc. But he seems to be handling that. As I say that, he locks up into turn 10. No, he locked up into turn 8, and I'm gonna learn my numbers because I don't know where the track corners are. We're on board with Bartman. See, Rian seems to still have a bit of fight left in his tyres. Bartman's locking up quite a little bit out in the exit of turn 11 into the turn 12 and 13. Rian must be 4 or 5 tenths behind him. Into turn 14, Bartman goes. Just about stays inside track limits. Rian seems to be a bit closer, about 4 tenths now, separating them. Rian's going to have DRS. Into turn 15, Bartman takes that nice corner by him. Stays within track limits, kept that clean.
3rd and 4th are close, battling for turn 1. Sergeant Hitman and James Hulkenberg. James Hulkenberg's got through, but Batman's not giving up.
On board with him, Sergeant Hitman's side by side with James Hulkenberg. James Hulkenberg's just got his nose in front. Sergeant Hitman's gone in front. Now James Hulkenberg's back in front. I think, I think James Hulkenberg's trying to just control the direction that is available for Sergeant Hitman here. Got leading up to turn 9. Sergeant Hitman's going to have DRS. Oh, a little lock up leading up to the exit of turn 9 into the entry of turn 10. Onto the little mini straight. First DRS zone. DRS open for Sergeant Hitman. He's 2-3 tenths away from James Hulkenberg. He's a little bit messy on the corner of 11 into 12-13 now. Turn 14, still kept nice and tidy by Sergeant Hitman, but he seems to have lost a little bit of time, maybe a couple of attempts through the little turns 12, 13 and 14. He's still...
Hulkenberg's on the auction tyres. So...
And Hitman's on the primes and he's gone wide. I think he's lost his chance now. I think even with DRS, if he has DRS, he's not going to get close enough to James Hulkenberg into turn 1. Back on board with Bartman 212, 6th position at the moment. Lock up into turn 1. think he's got past Rian quite comfortably. Yep, he has. Rian's maybe 2 seconds behind Bartman. Maybe a little bit more actually. I think this could be it. I think Rian may have his position. I think he's going to have to give up on the fight with Bartman and just try and keep his tyres going. Another couple of laps. 7th place is not a bad day's work. On board with Sergeant Hitman. Sorry.
GP and overtaking are battling. Oh, there's contact. Overtaking just turned in on GP. They're still going.
On board with the action now. Going into turn 8 now. Dom's right behind Steve. 2-3 temps in it.
Dom's tyres must have went off because Dom was ahead of...
Oh, Steve's nearly lost it. Oh, he's trying to control the car out of the exit of turn 10. He's trying to get the slipstream now of Dom.
Dom's got DRS as well.
Dom has DRS. Steve benefits from the slipstream from a car that has DRS. There's no difference. There's still 2-3 temps between them. Oh, Steve's gone too deep there. Lock up, not helping his calls. He lost a couple of attempts there. He's trying to stay right behind Dom, just try and get a bit of slipstream. They're going into turn 15 now. Dom's got to try and keep it nice and tidy. Same with Steve. They both kept it nice and tidy. Steve's going to have DRS. I don't think it's going to be enough to get close enough. But then I've been a lot wrong on a lot of things today. Steve's lining up the pass. I am wrong. Steve's going to... Oh, Steve's had a little lock up there. Oh, Steve's cut the corner one. He's gone... Oh, his car's stepping out. I think Steve's tyres are gone as well. I think both Dom and Steve's tyres... Yeah, exactly. I think both their rubber's gone, and when they do come together, it's going to be very nasty. Let's hope the end of the race comes before that happens. But good entertainment. I think we've reset now. There's probably 8 temps between them. They're having a little break, getting ready for the first DRS zone coming up. Dom's going into turn 9, followed by Steve. Dom has a little lock up going into turn 10. Steve's right behind him on the first DRS straight. I don't know if Steve's going to have DRS or not.
He's got... DRS is open.
He's done it the right way around this time. Into the turns 12, 13. Dom's going into... Oh, a little lock up going into turn 14. He's gone wide at the end of turn 14. Steve kept it just about inside track limits. Steve 2-3 temps behind Dom, leading up to turn 15. Steve is closing. I think Dom's tyres are gone. Steve's right behind him. Steve's going to have DRS. Steve's going to try and slipstream him down start finish straight. It's going to be close. He's not going to get the slipstream. He's going to try getting some clear air. DRS open. This is going to be close. They're switching sides. Steve's in front. Steve ghosted. Steve's gone too deep. Turn 1. Dom's still in 8th place.
Oh, we've missed the winner over the line. But it's been good.
On board with 2nd place, as I missed 1st place because of the action. Kev 187, great recovery drive. It's for 2nd place. About to cross the line now.
Steve's
great job there.
Steve's lost it. Oh, he lost the back end.
James Hulkenberg 3rd place. Great drive by the Ferrari driver. On board with Jamie James for once. He's in 4th place. Great drive by Jamie James. And Bartman 5th place. Brilliant drive. On board with Dom in 8th place. No Steve behind him because I think Steve's tyres are gone. A great little battle. What happened?
He lost it, the hairpin. I can't remember, turn 8.
Oh, turn 8, yeah.
He lost it there, his back end kicked out, he went towards the right of the track and then he put his foot down and went towards the left of the track. But he kept it out the wall on both occasions.
Dom takes 8th and Steve takes 9th. Mornay's 10th. He's so far off the track. Oh, Dave the Harp's is always going to be close going over the line. I think Mornay's just going to keep this by a couple of attempts. Oh, there's not even a 10th in that. A great win by Front Row Racing DP. We didn't get to see across the line because of the action between Steve and Dom. Second place by Kev 187. James Hulkenberg, well earned third place. That was the action from Front Row Racing's World Championship race, round 4 at Bahrain. A brilliant race, but with the midfield action, I'd say.
Yeah, and we've got the Purden chats to come in once.
It's a wonderful way to finish the Grand Prix weekend for Felipe Massa. He was the class of the field today.
So, who got the fastest lap time? Do we have Front Racing DP at 1:32.288? I think is the fastest lap time. Only one to get lap was Duo Finn. All in all, a good race.
2 seconds, if you just stay on that view, I'll get the invites sent out. DP, who else was it? James Hulkenberg and Kev.
Kev, yep.
I hope you've thought of questions to ask them.
No, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
No, it's okay, I'll just go. I've not thought of anything. And some of the fuels can... some of the viewers can't hear me properly, so I'll let you do it.
Okay, that's fine.
Just warn them.
Evening. Good evening, good evening.
Evening, Dave.
You can hear me.
Alright, so Front Row Racing DP, how does it feel to take first place?
Well, I was just saying to Kev, that was one of those victories that I'm pleased that I won, but at the same time, I got extremely lucky there. Kev was the faster driver around that track. And if it wasn't for one incident, I think he would have won it, but...
So was tyre wear a big issue?
Sorry, say again?
Was tyre wear a big issue? Because we noticed in the around lap 4-5, the car seemed to be sliding around quite a lot.
Tyre wear was a massive issue. Around lap 4 or 5, they really started going off. 7, 8 and 9, they were absolutely bloody terrible, to be honest. I mean,
right, we'll come back to you in a minute.
133s to 135s, that's how bad it was.
Well, I'll come back to you in a minute from Racing DP. Kev 187, would you explain what happened on, I think, lap 5 when you lost your nose?
Too aggressive with the right foot. What's top and tail of it?
Was tyre wear an issue for you?
Yeah, well, it felt like I had no grip, but it'd be the way I was driving the car, that's why I've been too aggressive.
Did you think after losing your nose that you could challenge Dave for first place again, or was it just a recovery drive?
Well, I thought I would have gained on him because I undercutted him, but I didn't gain, and then when I realised I didn't gain, obviously at that point I thought, probably not.
Okay, cheers for that. Great drive anyway. James Hulkenberg, how does it feel taking third place in Bahrain today?
other cars take themselves out and put me up in the fifth place, and then a bit of hard work through it.
Do you think without the incident you would have got third place on your pace alone?
Yeah, well, they were midway through the race. I don't know if you caught it on camera or whatever. I was behind GT5 King, and the game kept going from yellow flag to green flag to yellow flag to green flag. And he obviously then, at that point, started backing off whenever it comes to the yellow flag, and it caused a bit of a knock-on effect. We tapped a couple of times, but we didn't take each other out or anything like that. But it just seemed a bit strange that it's like midway through the race, it just kept going yellow flag, green flag, yellow flag. Eventually cleared up, and luckily the race pace got through in third place, but it did seem a bit odd halfway through the race.
That was a good third position, so well done. Back to you, front row racing DP. So, do you feel bad for Kev because he could have gave you a better race towards the end if no nose would have come off, or are you just happy he still got the 1-2 but he also got the race win?
I'm happy that we got the 1-2. I'm gutted that Kev lost his nose because we were having a fantastic battle at the start, and it would have been interesting to see how it did play out. I did think he was going to win the race. As simple as that. And it wasn't until about lap 23 where I was like, okay, it could be mine now, and that was when I knew Kev had to pit again. It was all the way through the race I was saying to Kev, come on, you can beat the rest of them, and I still think you can beat me, because I was still fearful that he could catch me up. Especially when my engineer gave the Senna comment of, okay, you can take it easy now. No, thank you. So yeah, happy, sad, enjoyed the battle. Williams 1-2 again.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh yeah. How's your Spanish, James?
Spanish?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's better than me Bahraini.
Alright, I'd like to thank you for coming in and giving us your thoughts. Well done, top three.
You're welcome. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Ray. Well done,
Thank
Kev.
you.
Well done, James.
Yeah, well done everyone, a good race.
I know you had the first one.
Okay, see you later. Good race. Thank you.
Alright, Adam, I'll let you finish it off.
Alright, I'd like to wrap this up by saying thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who took part. And that was the drivers from the top three giving their thoughts on the race. And another great race from the Front Row Racing World Championship here at Bahrain. Good night, everyone.
And tune in tomorrow for Front Row Racing World Series. Half 7, kick off again.
Well done on that one, Ray. You got to come and see me foul in my race now. Good night, everyone.
Good night.